Man, if that don't get you going, I don't know what does. Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Welcome back into Breaking Boards. Here with my guy, Adam, ready to hop into a best ball draft over on DraftKings. Kind of uncertain which contest we're going to enter into. I need to slow down with the $25. Adam, how you doing, and which contest you want to try to get into first, and then we'll do a 25 after.
Well, I'm doing well, Randy. I actually need to speed up a little bit on 25. I know I'm not going to max out the 25 most likely. I mean, I say that, and then we're still, a month and a half away from the season starting. So there's a possibility because I'm going to run out of other small drafts to be in. So, but to get to the 150 mark, I'm probably not going to make it there.
We can do the 25.
I'm definitely going for I'm definitely going for 50 for sure on the 25, and then I'm still maxing out the little stuff. Did get some bad news today. DraftKings giving out a $3 for if you enter a $25 contest on the best ball this week, you will get a $3 entries to the best ball contest as well. I did read over that. It is the $3 best ball $1 million contest. That is maxed out for me, so I will not be getting rewarded that probably. So
yeah, but you do have to opt in. So if you haven't maxed out the $3, if you go enter in the 25, which we're about to get into, let me know when you're at the screen. If you go put one entry into the 25, you do have to opt in prior to that. So go to your promo page and opt in. But once you are opted in, and you do a $25 draft, you do get, I believe it's three $3 tickets.
It is 3 to the $3 contest, which is a 20 max entry one. I probably should have slowed down on that myself.
No, you're good. Are you at the $25 entry screen?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
All right. 3, 2, 1, 0. 4 out of 12. I thought it might take a minute to fill. Yeah, I agree with feeling all right here. I think we probably have some more tournaments coming because once this thing heats up, we get into later July, early August. So I'm definitely going to take the tickets while I can get them if they're giving them out, and then I will repurpose if I need to. I assume it should just be like a $3, like a 1v1 trade. I'm probably just going to shoot my rep a message and be like, hey, you guys put the promo out. I already maxed your other contest. Can we get another one open, or can we get, can these tickets transfer over to a different $3 contest?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Let's see where we are. 9 out of 12. We are in the $25 on DraftKings if anybody wants to draft alongside us. I think this is draft number 100 for me in the $25. So I'm probably going to max it a little early. I'm undecided. I saw Drafters was getting at me on on Twitter or on X last night. So depending on what kind of bonuses they want to throw my way, might have to start, moving some stuff around and play the Drafters site. I haven't played that over there in a minute.
I am, like I said, maxed on the 3. I am 1 away from the 9. I am halfway to the 10. I plan on doing both $7 ones, the quick one, 20-second one, and the regular one. They're only $5 max, so on those $7. I'm going to max the 3 max on the $100. I'm going to do the 250 single entry. I'm going to do the $15 single entry and the $5 single entry, and then try to get up to at least 50 on the 25, and then that'll probably be my run.
Yeah, it's a lot of planning. I just kind of go with whatever I'm feeling.
There's no planning to it. It's just whatever.
It sounded like a lot of planning. There was a lot of numbers in there. You lost me about 2 of them in. I don't know if it's my ADHD or if I just didn't care, but yeah, as soon as you started listing those out, I logged out. I'll probably max. Well, I've already maxed the $3. I'll probably max this one. I'll do a couple of 555s, and I'm going to hold those until preseason starts. Probably do like 4 or 5 of those, probably. Maybe some $59 ones. I do like that contest. You've been challenged, sir.
I'll probably at least get in. I'll probably get in 1.555.
He's scared.
No,
He's
I'm not.
scared.
Like Randy said, I'll probably get one in before season. Watch all preseason or most of it. Get a better feel of things before I get in there. But I'll get in one for the year begins. So.
Let me know which one that one is because I want that free money that's sitting out there.
No, you ain't getting in my 555.
Why?
Because
I might
you
just
know,
lurk.
actually,
You know, I can see who's in the lobby, right?
you know, we can do. We might as well just do a 555 stream.
Yeah, we can do a stream.
All four of us.
I mean, that's you got to get. You might get the other two guys to split a team with you.
Yeah, they won't buy in.
I'll draft against
individually.
You guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, Kurt.
I'm not going to split a team with them though. There's no need for that. I'll do my own. I got it.
Hope everybody's having a good start to your Monday. I just ended my work day, so time to relax, knock out a couple of drafts. Looks like we did just get started. No surprise, Jahmyr Gibbs goes off at the 1-1.
I got about 3 weeks. No, less than 3 weeks now before my work starts back up. So
poor guy. Got to take like 3 months off every year.
Summer's about it's only 2 months nowadays. Summer's about to come to an end.
Go to somebody who's working like 5 days a week and be like, "Hey, I'm going to give you 2 months off every year," and just see.
Dude, I have been that guy. Okay, I have been that guy. I can't.
I'm assuming the feedback would be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Positive. Absolutely.
So, one thing I probably should mention, and it made me feel dirty. I did update my ranks today. I did move CMC to the 6 because I've already done 100 drafts. I essentially have 0 CMC. Like I think I have 1 CMC. I don't want to be completely boxed out of anyone in the first round, so I think I'm going to move him to the 6. And any picks that I get that he falls past that now, I may look to add a couple of shares, but I really don't feel great about him this year. I don't know if it's a gut feeling or what, but any year that he's had following 250 carries has just been a debacle. And I think that carries over to this upcoming season.
I also redid my draft rankings yesterday and moved some people around. CMC was not one of them though. I kept him about where he was for me, which is about at number 8. So
that's twice in the last 2 streams that we've seen Omari and Hampton go round 1. Yesterday he went at the 10, now at the 11. I'm not sure why that's the case. Like I said, I just redid my ranks today. And I don't. Wow,
that is
as much as I wanted to talk about the Hampton pick. George Pickens at the 13 is the earliest I've ever seen him.
You might have to move on from that because that is crazy.
That's this might be a good room. This might be a really good room. Who are you looking at here at the 2-3?
You know what? Always Saquon right here.
Look at these 2 studs grinding the DK best ball streets. Absolutely.
It's what we miss
it. We can't take advantage of today's tickets, but I wouldn't miss it for the world.
No. I thought about Cook right there, but then I'm like, yeah.
There's no way I could pass on Saquon at 15.
No. It's just no.
Looks like Drake London to me, probably. That's what I'm assuming here. I do love me some big dog, but I think that London's the last big, like, single target earner.
I did move Drake down my board. I moved him down from, like, I think it was like 14. I moved him down to like 22. No, yeah, 22 on mine.
Well, you'd be what is considered wrong, sir.
Well, I just needed a little bit more. I didn't need him up there interfering with things I would get like normally in this turn area because I've been on this side of the board talking about the right side a lot in my drafts, more right side than left side. I can tell you that. So, and I don't want Drake at 13 or 14 or 15. So
Yeah. Also, Mike, hope you're having a good day, man. It's a good day to be drafting because George Pickens just went at the 13, and now we have Kyron going at 22. So it's a good day to get those tickets for free if you want to get into the $25. We are going to do one more after this one if anybody wants to join in.
for sure. I think we got these incentives added to these people to get in today, and it's bringing some eclectic people out here.
Yeah, that's the one thing I might mess around and max the $59 if things get wild and
get wild in the streets.
in August.
Yeah.
Nothing like too egregious as far as like pulling somebody up who doesn't deserve it. I mean, Pickens, obviously, I'm not taking him at 13, and I'm not taking Amari at 11. I'm not taking Kyron at 22, but at least it's not going to get the draft thrown out either.
I do want to say, as Josh Allen goes off the board, I did see him taking. He was took the latest I've ever seen him take, and 34 yesterday in a $10. 33 was the previous late, and that happened yesterday as well. So I saw 33 and 34 yesterday in a draft.
I do have one share of him in the $25, and I got him at 40.
Again, if I could get him right there, absolutely I would. Anywhere in round 4.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever reached for him. But yeah, I got him at pick 40.
And that, to me, that wouldn't be a reach. I mean, that's where I have him ranked. So
I want to say I moved him up a little bit today. I think I moved him up to like 37. I mean, I'm still not going to get him.
Not there. No, not at all.
That's the latest I've seen Rice go in a while is 29.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little run on receivers there with Flowers, Edgebuka, and McConkey. I guess I have to try to get a running back at some point. The last couple of drafts that we've done, I did one with Michael yesterday, and then these two. Basically, the last 3 drafts I've done, I've started like 4 receivers in the first 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I don't know if my builds are changing or what's happening.
My builds are changing, and it's changing receiver heavy as well. I was 2 drafts yesterday. I think I did 4 out of 6 wide receiver to running back ratio, and then 5-1 before I got my running back started, building them back up.
Where did you end up on Neighbors? Did you move Neighbors down?
Neighbors was already moved down for me, and I didn't think it was fair to move him down anymore. He was already at 50 on mine. So I didn't feel like I needed.
I'm past you now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I moved him down to 57. Just because I like. What are you going to say?
I didn't feel the need to, be more overtly down on him than I already was. I think 50 was a place where I was not going to get him anyway. So
I think I had 7%, and I don't want a lot by the time Locke gets here. So I didn't want to take him, and then looking more into his leg stuff has kind of scared me more than I normally would have been. So I dropped him down quite a bit. If you're planning like back half of the season to use him, I don't hate it. If you're looking for some kind of big turnout early in the year, I don't think you're going to get that. A little bit torn between Scatabo and McMillan here. I think I'm going to go with Scatabo. I don't have a lot of Cam Scatabo, and another player I moved up a few picks today. I think he was at 48 before today, and then now I have him at 44.
I bumped him up as well. I bumped him into the top 40s, I believe.
The guy with Bijan has a nice build going there with Bijan, Bowers, Olave, and Waddle.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Let's move the board down here a little bit, get closer to where we are live. Nothing too egregious really after that. What was it? Amarian went at 11, Pickens went at 13, and then Kyron went at 22. I mean, nothing too crazy, but just a little bit early on those types of guys for me.
Yeah.
So I got some week 16 stuff with JMO, or I can get Lamar as well. A little bit torn, to be honest. I do have a lot of Lamar. I just don't really want to get behind the QB avalanche, so I'll go Lamar over JMO there. I'm sure the guy behind me or lady behind me loved it because they only had one receiver. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, whoever's still left in the chat. Hopefully you guys are having a good Monday. We are going to do one more $25 after this. I'm sure Adam will be asking me if I've looked at the home run derby tonight. We typically get off a few bets in that just to have something to kind of root for. I'll be honest with you. If you asked me who the 8 participants are, I think I can name 5. That's how much I've looked into it to this point. Could you name all 8?
Yeah, just because I glanced over it the other day, or not other day, like at least about an hour ago. I actually looked at it. So
we are not strictly DK only. We can do some drafts on Underdog if you guys are interested in that, or on Drafters. I was actually just talking about it a little bit ago. Drafters was shooting me some messages over on X last night. May do a few drafts over there and see what they have going. I haven't done one over there in probably a year or so. But if they want to throw your boy some, some discount codes or site credits or whatever the case is, I'll jump on there, try the waters. But I think I've done 46 BBM teams. I'm a little bit, I don't know how to word this. I'm a little bit confused on the direction of Underdog right now, so I'm a little bit scared to tie my money up in a site that may be more focused on becoming a sports book versus promoting their draft product. I don't think it's a bad product at all. When they got rid of Josh and Hayden, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I'm a little bit leery and uncertain on how I want to play it over there. But I'm not like boycotting them or anything like that. I actually just deposited $100 over there today to contradict myself there, because they had I think it's like a draft 4 get 1 promo. If you go to your promos, make sure you check that out if you are drafting on Underdog. I think it was draft 4 get 1. I think for BBM 7, I think is where they are now. But I don't think we're like averse of drafting anywhere. Do you want to do an Underdog draft after this one, or you want to stay on DraftKings?
We'll stay on. I mean, I'd much rather stay on DraftKings today, but in the future,
Okay,
definitely Underdog. I mean, we can get on there.
Well, I know we plan to do another stream like tomorrow, and then maybe one later on this weekend. So if we do another one this weekend, we can definitely work in an Underdog on there for sure.
Yeah, I think we'll.
And then we have our Underdog ranks up, but again, still fighting with those people to get our store unlocked, which has been
that's been rough.
I haven't mentioned this to you guys at all, but I think I'm gonna, once the store is unlocked, I think I'm gonna give away our first version of our ranks for free.
That's fine. I get it.
Just because we've been behind the 8 ball.
Because if there's been people trying to get that,
yeah,
and they have been locked out and not been able to, then that's a disservice.
little bit torn here. I do think Chuba's probably going to see some work. I just think I like Ramondre a little bit more personally. I know it's kind of a coin toss overall. Through round 7, I have JSN, Drake London, Rashi Rice, Cam Scatterbo, Lamar Jackson, Jadarian Price, and Ramondre Stevenson. 3 running backs I haven't gotten to a lot of, honestly. And then Adam has CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, Lab McConkey, Colston Loveland, Trevion Henderson, and Caleb Williams, and he's coming back up with this current pick.
Yep, Dak Prescott. Double click that quarterback.
Are you 2 and done? Or are you taking a third?
Well, if we can be silent for 4 picks, but no, if Herbert's there,
tripled?
Obviously I'm going triple.
Wow.
I'm going to triple dip it.
All right, I agree. I tend to agree. I think the competition's easier on DK. Versus underdog, I think you're going to get a lot more sharps on underdog. Plus, when DFS season rolls around, I like my mind to be in a DK state versus an underdog state because half PPR and full PPR type situation. I don't play a lot of DFS for FanDuel, so I just typically gravitate toward DraftKings overall. Was more an inquiry than pushing you to do it underdog. I help out with other content site, and we were planning some fun things during regular season that I think you guys would really be strong in. Yeah, Mike. If you got some ideas, man, shoot me a DM over on X, breaking_boards, or if you want to go shoot me an email over at the site, breakingboardsdfs.com. Yeah, we'll definitely get something in the works for sure.
I probably broke the quarterback thing. Probably broke it.
If you whisper, we can't. I'm assuming you said you broke quarterback with 3 quarterbacks in a row, but
I probably broke it right now. It's probably going to be bad coming back around.
No, you're good because I took Lamar early. So, I said early. I took him at ADP. That's early. Kyle Pitts. 80, is that 88?
It is 88.
Let's see what we got coming around. Oh, baby girl. Shoot. I think I'm 2 QBs and done, my friend.
Well, there you go. Get it.
I am going to start doing 2 QB builds even on DraftKings because I think that's I think people are overestimating the value of this year's late QB. There's only 1.5 QBs that I want late this year. Once you get past like the Darnold, CJ Stroud, Mendoza range, I don't really want anybody except for Tua.
No, yeah. If you find yourself having 2 quarterbacks and then you find yourself needing to stretch for a third one past round 12, then just ship it probably because it's not worth it.
Feeling all right read my mind 100%. I mean, 100%. Like I totally agree. I think you had a better draft going until you went 3 QBs. I think 2 was fine, but totally agree. Too much draft capital too early on QB. Only 1 QB is going to hit your roster every week. I think if you'd have done 2 and stopped, I think you'd have been fine. But we'll flip back over here. If you look at the QB allocation, like look at mine, completely maxed out with 2 with Jackson and Mahomes, and I bet yours is like past the 116
it would be
type situation
way,
there. So
way past that. Yeah.
You cannot recover at running back and wide receiver if you don't get those draft allocation buckets filled early.
Yeah.
So like you're probably going to force some teams to make some stupid decisions, which is good for me because I'm already done at the position you're forcing. But yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, maybe you can land the plane, but I really loved it up until and even through Caleb. I think if you'd have gone Caleb, Sutton, or something like that, and then rolled it back with like Herbert or Dak, whoever flipped the turn, I think you'd have been fine.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Jordan Addison, so we're going to go Josh Downs here. I do prefer in a vacuum, I think, Addison. But yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit more bags packed on guys I haven't taken a lot of. Jadarian Price, Cam Scatabo, or Ramondre Stevenson, those type guys. And here goes the QB run. So it's a lot of red. So this is actually an article that I'm writing, and then part of a show that we have upcoming as well. Is if you look between rounds 5 and 12, I went back through the other 99 drafts that I had done. There's typically like 18 to 24 quarterbacks that can go off the board here that I've seen, which is insane. Yeah, I agree. Wide receiver, then get one of the remaining QBs, Dak or Herbert. They probably would have still been there too. I agree. I think he flips one at the turn. I mean, looking at this guy's draft, let's see. You probably would have had your choice coming back. So I think you maybe go, Sutton here, I guess, unless you're a Michael Wilson guy. You already have a tight end, so you don't need Laporta. And then I bet you could have flipped either Dak or Herbert, who do you like between Dak and Herbert? Like, who's your preferred guy there?
Probably Dak for the weapons.
I think from more of like a volume standpoint, you're probably going to get the Cowboys passing a ton versus the Chargers should be like a balanced squad. You do get a little bit of a rebound there with Matthew Golden. He is a pick that I like a lot of.
Somebody I don't have any of either in my drafts. I did this one a little differently, and it may not land exactly right, but
I don't think you can no matter how much you want to land the plane in this
you're
one, I
right.
don't think you can
You're right. I
anymore.
can't. I'm going to be at a deficit for sure. So
it happened to me yesterday with running back. Yeah. I every pick that fell to me was wide receiver like value, and I took every one of them. And then I looked and I had Josh Jacobs, and I was staring down like Tyler Algier had already been taken off the board. That type of running back area.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Is that person in the draft? Let's see, per my ranks, per ADP, it's another guy I don't get a lot of. Dalton Kincaid. His yards per route run were crazy last year. If he can actually get on the field and stay on the field, I think it'll be a fine play. It's just those two things have not been the case with Dalton Kincaid in the NFL to this point. He's playing about 55, 60% of snaps. If we can get him up to like 75% and healthy, I think Kincaid could be a smash. Do you have any read on the Minnesota backfield? I know you're the Minnesota guy, so
I do not yet. Probably going to be by committee, and Hot Hand's probably going to be the one who runs. Aaron Jones, as long as he's healthy, he looks like the better back, but we all know health has been an issue for both of them. So
I tend to draft more Jones just because I think that Claiborne is more Mason than Jones. So Correct. It feels like if Mason goes down, it's just going to be a direct replacement essentially with Claiborne, depending on like how well he can pass block. So I tend to lean Jones, but like I really just want to stay away from it unless I get falling value on those guys. Yeah. Let's flip back over here and let me take a look around. I guess for me, it's pretty easy here. many wide receivers do I have? 5? I have 4. Okay. Well, that changes my outlook. This is a guy I think could be PPR sneaky for this year in Casey Concepcion. So for me, through 11, I have JSN, Drake London, Rashi Rice, Cam Scatabo, Lamar Jackson, Jadarian Price, Ramondre Stevenson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Downs, Dalton Kincaid, Casey Concepcion. Probably going to be a 2-6-9-3 for me. Adam has CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, Lab McConkey, Colson Loveland, Trevion Henderson, Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Jacoby Myers, and Matthew Golden. Interested to see which quarterback he goes with here.
It will be a 3-6-8 for me. It will not be no more quarterbacks involved.
You did push things up just a little for certain QBs, but it's actually been fairly decent. Like nobody's really going crazy pulling them up, even though you took.
I didn't go crazy pulling them up because they were there, but I pulled them up for my draft, and I said put myself in a little bit of a box.
Well, I thought when you pulled all 3 up, I thought we would get a run on QB, and we just.
I did too.
We haven't seen it.
No,
like,
nobody.
Dart's going about where he is, Purdy about where he is. I took Mahomes, I think, around about ADP. Same with Stafford. Goff is exactly. Kyler got pulled up like 5-6 picks, I think. Shuck's about right. Nix is about right. And Love is about right. And I think that's even maybe a little bit of value on Baker. Let's see here. Hopefully my guy can flip back to me here. It'd be great. 2 more picks. Nope. Sweet. All right, we're back to the drawing board. I don't need another QB as the determining factor for me. If I get Shaheed here and Sammy D flips the turn, I might go a third QB and I might be a liar. Given that I have Shaheed and JSN now, but it's not something I necessarily look to do or want to do. But I think I'm in a good spot to kind of just do what feels right and what comes to me. Thoughts on Coker there with you having JSN? I'm confused with Jalen Coker because watching him play, I think that like the skill is there, but for some reason, Carolina will mix in 3 or 4 receivers throughout the year that really don't have any business being on the field over a guy like Coker. Like, I think at this point, even though he's undrafted, and yes, I know they took, there goes Sam Darnold, 1 pick before me on stack. I know they took Xavier Legette fairly early, but I don't, just looking at him from the eye test, I don't see why he's on the field over a guy like Jalen Coker. So I like the talent of Coker. I just don't like the snap share versus a guy like Casey Concepcion, who should be on the field a ton. Cleveland should suck, and they should be trying to see what they have in Casey Concepcion. So I think from a full PPR perspective, I think Concepcion could see 8 to 10 targets a game if things break right. Whereas I think it would be tough for a guy like Coker to see 8 to 10 targets, even though I had some week 17 stuff with Coker. Looking back, I probably should have gone Chuba instead of Ramondre is probably what I should have done. But I don't think it's like, a huge thing or that detrimental. Had I gotten Darnold back at pick 149, it would have mattered more to me at that point. There's also some like late guys like Chris Brazzell, I guess, is there. It might be another guy who, again, sees some touches that Coker probably should see. And then I've seen a lot of people starting to kind of get on the Jatavian Sanders train, which I'm a little confused by.
That doesn't sound good.
Sounds like a train I don't want to be on because it just feels like it's
Mm-mm.
destined to derail. I mean, I know he's free, but there were a lot of other tight ends earlier this offseason who were free, who I would value above a guy like Sanders. Who are you looking at here?
Algier.
It just now flipped over on my screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good.
Probably jump back over to the player page after the Tory Bar pick.
Jacoby Brissett really high up there.
That's a
Probably
guy just
not really high, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, why?
he might be because he's holding out. Yeah, I don't really see the upside for Brissett. I think even if you get a good run out, he's like a chaperone type of pick where he buys you a couple of weeks, but otherwise you're just wasting a pick.
Yeah.
Man, are these? That guy has to be looking. Has to be in the room.
Has to
Has
be
to,
here.
I'll only put like essentially a player in my queue, and then
Watching and not commenting and stealing everybody you put in the queue.
I kind of respect it though.
I know it is a flex, and okay, but I rather them like we talked about before. Please own it. Let me know you're doing it. Raise your
Give
hand and
myself
say that's me. You know.
give myself some
That's what-
backstacking options. I also don't have a lot of Kenyan Sadiq, so throw him up there. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I'm not gonna hate on you for like, if you join the next $25 that we're about to do and snipe
I'll
every
give you
one of
that
my picks,
golf clap. Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna laugh my ass off, but
well
I'm not
done,
gonna hate on.
well played. I wouldn't, yeah, but I'm not gonna hate on you.
I'm probably gonna do it while we're drafting, but it's all in jest. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter to me. If I lose all these entries, which would be tough, it's whatever. Obviously, I hope it doesn't go that way.
No,
Where are you at on Travis Hunter? Are you big on Travis Hunter this year, or are you
no.
behind?
I think I pulled him up my rankings a little bit the other day, but I still just I don't see myself using him in any way.
I have Travis Hunter in a very disrespectful ADP. This is another guy who I think could catch a ton of balls out of the backfield for relatively a free-esque price in Dylan Sampson. So if I am drafting Sampson, it's going to be on DK. If I'm drafting Judkins, it would be on a site like Underdog. Same thing with Woody Marks. Like I'm not getting Woody Marks on Underdog, but I am getting him on DraftKings versus on Underdog. I'm heavier on David Montgomery. All right, Adam. Enough screwing around. Let's talk about it. Get some input from some people more intelligent than we are. Who's going to win the home run derby? First of all, who's in the home run derby? Maybe start there. I know it's Jack Caglione. I know it's the
Yes.
Phillies boppers. I know Junior Caminero.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Walker.
Correct.
The other three, no clue.
Yeah. You got anybody else?
No, I'm tapped out. Like I don't. Who are the other three that are in there?
It's I'm going to butcher his name. Hideki Mashiyama or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Chicago White Sox. Yeah.
That guy.
I don't know his actual name. And
Murakami?
then
Something like
Murakami.
that.
Yeah, Murakami. Duh. And then who else we got? We have Wilson Contreras.
Oh, wow. What he's gonna be like pushing 40 now.
And then we have Let me get this pick right here. Then we have there's one more, right? We failed to mention.
Yeah.
I just like saying I looked at it. Oh, Ben Rice.
I think if I were gonna bet anything, I would bet like
Ben Rice.
no, I would bet like exit velo for Ben Rice because in games his exit velo when I was looking at it in the offseason was pretty high.
Okay.
And then I would probably bet Kyle Schwarber to make the finals. Not sure what the lines are on those. You got anything that really kind of sticks out to you?
I was looking. I mean, Wilson Contreras is the
This guy,
bottom of
I
the
really
barrel.
do think he's screwing with me now.
There you go. Is the bottom of the barrel as far as he's plus 1100, I think it is, to win the Derby. So worst odds. I'm liking. I think there's a plus money bet to get Schwarber versus Harper into the finals.
Yeah, I don't think they both make it.
But I
I
don't
think
think
one does.
yeah. But Schwarber versus Harper is the second worst odds to win the home run derby, plus 810.
Harper has the second worst odds.
Yeah.
Is he injured?
I don't believe so.
Because I mean, like him and Schwarber have done it before. I think Caminero has done it before. One time.
So
He did last year, I think, right? Caminero.
Honestly, I can't remember. I don't remember from. He was somewhere in there.
I would probably take him for exit velo too. He tends to hit just line
He
drives.
does. Yeah, he really does.
But that's probably where I'm going to get my money in at. I'm going to go Caminero exit velo because I think I saw some like 2 hits over 110 or something like that. So I might go Caminero and Rice and then take Schwarber in the finals. But I got to have some money on to make it interesting.
Because and I'm going to as well. But with me being in Georgia, it's a little bit more limited, a little different. But Underdog's got some things I can actually do single bets on, which is good. So that's where I was getting my information was Underdog as far as that plus money. And then they have exit velo, longest 500-foot home runs. How many would be hit? They got odds on that. So.
All right, now chat. Now that we've butchered all the baseball talk, somebody let us know who's actually going. What's the bet for the home run derby? Make it interesting now that Chris Berman is no longer in the picture. Like I still remember the Chris Berman, Ken Griffey Jr. days. That's the heyday of the home run derby for me. Yeah, so I need to have something on it to be able to watch it without projectile vomiting across the room. Is it on ESPN again this year?
Yeah, should be.
Like nothing against what is the guy's name? Eduardo Perez. Like nothing against the guy, but me watching him just have random conversations with guys, like I'm just like, all right. Like we've watched this 5 years in a row where there's not really any insight or really even talking about the derby so much. It's just him like full on carrying on a conversation. And then they go to like Tim Kirkshin, who looks like he hasn't hit a baseball in his entire life. It's just hard for me to watch baseball. It really is. Like there's really got to be something on the line, or I've got to put something on it, or like baseball season's a grind. It is an absolute grind. But anywho, enough baseball talk. I guess we'll get back to talking.
Yeah, let's get back to what people came in to watch, and that was for football.
There's a couple
Justice
of
Hill
MLB bets for tonight.
Because
you're an asshole.
Because it's time, and I know somebody ahead of me is going to get him if I don't get him right there.
Who's ahead of you that's going to get him?
You, sir.
I'm not ahead of you. I'm behind you.
On this turn, you were ahead or behind ahead. I don't know. I'm looking forward, and I see you down the draft line. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, stay the hell off my picks. It's disrespectful. I already got the guy in front of me. Stealing every person I queue up. If he goes Eliza Surratt, we know he's in the chat. 100%.
Do it.
If this guy goes Surratt, we know he's
make it happen. Make it happen. Don't
with
delay.
certainty.
Don't delay. Do it now. It won't break your draft, will it? No, because you're just drafting Randy's draft for him.
I mean, I really don't understand. I had Justice Hill. I had the Lamar thing.
Oh, he took my deal. You switched him up.
Did you see that? Did
I
anybody
did.
see that?
You moved it and it went.
I even tried to all right, buddy, you can out
tried to-
yourself. It's kind of funny at this point.
You tried to.
I even set you up, and he still went right into it.
Syrah, my deal over here.
Come on out. Come on out. We got a snake in the grass.
Just come on out after the draft is finished.
Mm.
Continue to do this for the next 3 rounds.
Show your face.
3 rounds.
Show your face, coward.
Because it's been like 7 picks in a row, right?
That's what I'm saying. The absolute blatant disrespect. Like I said, it's hard for me to get actual mad about it. It's kind of funny. But I even tried to set the dude up and still. I hope he's just laughing his ass off, or she is laughing her ass off wherever they are. That's amazing.
That's wild.
I have not seen a streamer do that yet, where they try to set somebody up, let the queue ride, and then throw the person they really wanted up there.
Taysom Hill.
Is he in the NFL at this point?
Yeah, no, still not. Still no word from him. I looked him up because he was getting pulled up the board last week. I saw him finally not on the board necessarily, but in my rankings, where I could see him. I'm like, but people were pulling him up. I'm like, huh. Not my rankings, but actual ADP. And
You've lost me. You completely lost me. How do you get pulled up a board you're not on? I have so many questions right now.
He was in ADP. I mean, he wasn't on a draft I was in. Nobody drafted him, but he was like 220 something, 228. So you could actually see him. And I was like, well, what about Taysom Hill? Is he alive? Is he playing? And then I went to check it out, and the Saints still have not heard any word on him. But Kellen Moore is open for him to return. So
why?
Because he's beloved. I don't know. I mean, but why draft him? Yes, if he's not going to play, I mean, I guess you can take a filler on him, but
there's a lot of guys going off the board right now that I don't understand. So Tank Dell is a player that I've drafted a bit of, and he's going off he's getting drafted nearly 100% of the time. Tank Dell was an awesome talent, nasty leg injury. And we're 2.5 years removed from that. So he should be back to whatever his new normal should look like. But Tyreek Hill isn't on a team and had nearly the same injury less than a year ago that it just took a younger guy 2 years to recover from it. We don't even know if he's recovered from it yet. And he's already on a team. And we're taking Tyreek in every draft for the assumption that, well, what if he signs with Kansas City? Because if he signs with Kansas City, then obviously that automatically turns back the clock 5 years. And now Tyreek Hill will stop beating people off the field and he'll just start beating defenses again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't see it. I want 0% Tyreek Hill. If Tyreek Hill, if that's the type of pick that beats me in best ball, cool. I'll tip my hat just like I would to the guy who's stealing all my picks right now. Well played. Great for you. I hope you win $3 million.
Would you like to be next to the guy who takes Carson Beck and Michael Penix in their draft? I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but not if it nets me Tyreek Hill and Chris Bell.
I'm talking about this B over here next to both of them.
I mean, that guy's probably taking players like Justice Hill, though, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Way ahead of ADP. And we'll see if this guy can guess who's next. I'm not looking at the screen. Figure it out. I'm not flipping over to shit until we get to my pick. Do you know who it is?
Not right. I don't think I do.
Yeah, let's see if he knows. You do not. See, that's what happens.
There you go.
When I don't flip the board over.
Oh,
little P Ryan action. That's my first share of Samaje P Ryan. I guess we can
got
run
him.
through this draft real quick. If you want to read yours off here from the 10
Yeah.
spot.
CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, Lamb McConkey, Colson Loveland, Travion Henderson, Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Jacoby Myers, um, Golden, Higgins, Mitchell, Johnson, Algier, Tesla, Bernard, Njoku, Heel,
Jeez.
Hurst, and Keon Black.
I'm gonna give you a worse grade than you're gonna give yourself. I'm gonna give you a D. I think you spent too much draft capital on the QB position. I don't think you were able to recover.
I did. I didn't recover. I give myself a C minus for it. I mean, I was, and honestly, once I got the quarterbacks I wanted, I didn't get the skill positions I needed with them, so it didn't materialize like it needed to. So
And I got
it was
JSN,
a
Drake London,
yeah. Go ahead.
JSN, Drake London, Rashee Rice, Cam Scatabo, Lamar Jackson, Jadarian Price, Ramondre Stevenson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Downs, Dalton Kincaid, Casey Concepcion, Rashid Shaheed, Woody Marks, Kenyon Sadiq, Dylan Sampson, Gunnar Helm, Tua Tagovailoa, Elijah Surratt, Tyquan Thornton, and Samaje P. Ryan. I'd say it's like a B minus. Like it's not any team that I'm writing home about, but it's like it's fine.
I'm giving you a C plus. I give you a B minus if you could actually get the guys you wanted and got stolen from you.
Yeah, well, I didn't. You guys saw what happened. Have you guys heard anything about or new on Justin Jolly? People
That's
don't like
yeah.
Ingram, right? Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
believe anything that Sean Payton says. If you've played DFS for any amount of time, there's a lot of like, you're going to see a lot of Sean Payton quotes that aren't worth a damn throughout the season. Like, we'll have a game that Harvey's going to miss, and he's going to come out and be like, we drafted Jonah Coleman. He's looked good all season. He's looked good in practice. We want to really see what we have in Coleman. I expect him to get a lot of carries this week, and then you'll look back at the box score. Everybody will play him in DFS for like 4,500, and he'll run the ball like 4 times. And it'll be all J.K. Dobbins. I just don't believe Sean Payton, anything he says. And then every year it's a new joker. Like last year it was Evan Ingram that was the joker. Now it's Jalen Waddle. Like, I think the guy's just an asshole that thinks he's smarter than everyone on the planet. I agree. I don't think he's going to play this year either. If he does, it'll be late season. Someone will sign him. But at this point, to me, he's like Odell Beckham. Like, cool, he signed with the Giants, but I'm not paying for that.
Did anybody draft Ayuk in this draft?
Ayuk, he's been drafted in every draft that I've been in. Yeah, I agree with you there.
I just think that's another one that just makes no sense to draft. So.
Yeah, I think Debo and Diggs are the only ones that I want a little bit of ownership. And Debo's starting to feel like Amari Cooper to me.
Yeah.
The retirement Amari Cooper, not the 40-point, 50-point Amari Cooper.
Correct.
We'll do another 25. Let me know when you are at the screen, and we'll do a countdown if anybody wants to join in alongside of us. Probably be our last one for the stream today. We do have probably do like 1 or 2 more tomorrow afternoon as well.
I am ready to go. In? Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and 0. If anybody wants to get in, 10 out of 12. It is filled. Insta-fill. Hopefully you got in there.
I don't think I did.
You are not in this draft.
Because it said 0 out of 12 of mine. I don't know why.
Sucker. Well, I guess you can talk about your draft as we talk about this one, and we'll have a little bit of different perspective on who and when people are going off the clock. What pick are you said it hasn't filled yet?
No, it's 4 of 12. So if anyone wants to jump in with me, it won't be on stream. Yeah. Will not be on stream.
That's interesting. Do you think that means that Pickens is likely to hold out? I know he's a bit, again, to channel my inner Charles Barkley. He's a knucklehead. Do you think it's a possibility that Pickens holds out or forces his way somewhere and then Ayuk signs with Dallas? Because
I don't know. It's always a soap opera in Dallas.
I don't know why they would ruin the growth of Flournoy. Like to me, eye test Flournoy looked like he could play.
He
So
can.
I wouldn't
Yes.
stunt his growth by bringing in a guy who's just going to be a cancer to your locker room personally. But Jerry Jones is an idiot, so you never know.
You don't ever know.
I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it personally. I wouldn't bring him into really any team.
Randy, you're the 12 pick. That's not very good for you normally.
Yeah, you're probably gonna see me crash out. I'd say by like round 5.
I picked 6 over here as my draft has commenced or about to.
Did anyone get in either of the drafts with either of us?
Somebody that has your almost screen name is in here. They almost have your last name. Morrio.
That's my burner.
326. Yeah.
Ooh, Jamar Chase went off in this one in the 1.
Oh, well, look at there. Not against it. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't hate it. If I was drafting off my sim ranks, it would be a Chase in the 1.
There's a couple people in this draft I've seen before that are drafting. Jay Welt, 47. I think I've seen that name a couple times.
My draft through 4 is started off pretty standard, just not in the usual order.
You would prefer it to get unstandard so you could actually get some value back there.
Yeah, I would love to see like an Amarian Hampton 11, or I've seen James Cook get drafted high for some reason. Genty's another player that I wouldn't mind. I mean, if I could get Lamb or Jefferson here, I'd feel pretty good about that.
James Cook at 5? I did not see that. That's way high.
Baby. Love it.
Really high.
That's weird for a stochastic logo as well.
Hey, just because they have a logo doesn't mean they actually do anything with it.
They have a logo, maybe they shouldn't have a login. Amon-Ra at the 9.
Well, but yeah, we're pulling running back.
I just need one more random pick to go off the board, and I get one of the receivers. I need an Ashton Genty. It's like 1 at 10. Baby doll.
So you get Jefferson or CD? Nice.
I hope I get them both. If Genty goes here,
ooh.
12, 13, Jefferson, CD.
And you're done. You're set up. You're ready to go.
Don't hate it then. Damn it. Damn it. I don't have a lot of Genty, so I'm going to actually override my own rankings here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take CD and Genty.
Man, you missed my draft. Genty just went to 5.
Wow. Okay.
So JSN sitting there for me at 6.
If you're drafting less than 10 teams, then take Chase at 1. If you're drafting 100, then just take Gibbs and get your Chase shares when he lands at the 3. I totally agree. I do my sim rankings, and then I marry the sims with my own personal ranks and what my eyes have seen over the years, and then I marry those with ADP. So if you're drafting like 1 through 5 teams and you're just getting in here to screw around, have fun, get your guys. If you're trying to put any kind of portfolio together, if you're not drafting with some level of portfolio management, you're doing it wrong. And then to that point, go check out the Solver tool. Use code BB26, and you get 20% off your first month of the Solver Draft Assistant. I would not draft without it, and it keeps me on track. It doesn't stop me from making mistakes, but it tries to negotiate me out of those mistakes. Have you picked your first pick yet?
I did. I picked JSN. Again, once Genty went 5, because it was standard 1 through 4, Genty goes 5, and I'm like, well, I guess I get JSN then at the 6.
Earlier this offseason, I was getting some like Chase at the 5. There was some moment where I think ETR had changed their rankings and had for just like a brief moment, had JSN above Chase, and that flipped the board for just a moment. So I have some Chase at the 5, but predominantly every time I've had the 5, it's been JSN. Every time I get the 6, like nobody falls. It's just standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I get to make the decision on Jefferson, Amon-Ra, CD, McCaffrey, that kind of thing.
I got Henry at 19.
He went 20 in this one. Amari Hampton finally went back to where he should be at 19. I'm a little confused on the 1 in our draft. Taking Chase, fine. Taking Pickens, fine. But you set up some later QB scenarios, and then you took Josh Allen, which, like, sure, but I think I like that team a lot better if you replace Allen with a guy like, even Flowers, if you want to pull Flowers up, Rashee Rice, Smith, something like that.
Rashee Rice went 18 in my draft, right before I got
27 over
Henry
here.
19. Yeah.
I just think this is a very flat range. Like from pick 22 until pick 40. It's kind of flat to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see a huge difference between Olave and Higgins and Rice and Smith and Pickens and really even Nico. Like, a lot of those guys, I'm just kind of like, whoever falls is fine.
Yeah.
My draft has been a lot of burning the clock.
That will happen.
It looks like the Cook Henry or the Cook drafter woke up and got Henry and Olave, so it might have just been a misclick in round 1. Hopefully this guy goes ETN here. Javante. Baby doll.
I got Zay at 30. You got Zay at 36. Look at that. That's nice. That's very nice.
I might not hate on the 12 anymore. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. A Lamb, Genty, Flowers, McConkey out of the 12. Like, I'll take that all day long.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure I'll screw it up here in a couple picks, but for right now, it looks pretty good.
Probably. We are 2 picks away from I'm not going to say it. There's one more pick. Garrett Wilson just went 33. I have now, this is going to be the latest I've ever seen Josh Allen go off the board. We're at 35 now. He's still on the board.
Wow.
Crazy.
Are you taking him? It's coming around to you, right? Or it just passed you?
I'll be at 43. He just went, though, 35.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're not getting him at 43. 40 was the latest I've ever seen him go.
Yeah.
We just had a Lamar going off the board at 38.
38? Yeah.
Which is maybe toward the higher end that I've seen him go off the board.
Yeah, that would be definitely higher.
I do think that if you're going to be drafting, if you're going to be putting in volume, I would recommend getting on DraftKings every day this week and getting as many drafts as you can get in for these promos, because you're going to have a lot of people coming in that really they don't have a good understanding of the landscape of drafts right now, and they're just coming in and picking wild picks. So you're going to see stuff like JSN fall into the 6. You're going to see stuff like people reaching for James Cook. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
At that
time, that's
like, you could really let me pick 2 players in those rounds, and I mean, what is round 3 and 4? You could let me pick 2 players, and they might be toward the top of the list. Like I said, for me, that's a very flat range, and to get both those guys to fall, I can't believe you went Javante, Because I was actually looking at like, all right, maybe I go Javonte Willam and put on a Dallas type situation and maybe get Likely or somebody like that for a bring back. But as soon as he went Javonte, I was like, man, love it.
I got Josh Jacobs at 43 for me.
Jacobs 43. He went 42 over here. That's a player that I think that if the judicial system doesn't put him out, he should pay off this 43, 44 price tag, because I would imagine that if nothing was going on with him, given the running back landscape, 56 Tyler Warren. Given the running back landscape, I'd imagine that he would probably be like pick 24 if he didn't have any nonsense that was looming in the background.
It's pretty wild with Colston Loveland down at 50. You don't see him going outside of the 4th round hardly ever.
We just had a lot of weirdness essentially in this draft. So I guess I need to flip back over. Would love if this guy goes Burrow here or something along those lines. I'd love to double tap Trevion and Bucky. Just no backstep. Marvin Harrison Jr. I love this guy. I love this guy. DC Dan, you can come over to my house for dinner, buddy. You're my favorite.
He's just pulling up everything.
Hey, let my man cook. He's getting all the guys I don't want. Like, best of luck to you. I hope you win $3 million, but I don't really want Javonte Williams at this type of cost with his injury history. I don't want Marvin Harrison Jr. at pick 59. I'm cool with Marvin Harrison at like pick 72. I don't want Parker Washington at all at this kind of cost. So
yeah,
this is actually a draft that I'm in the 12 spot that I don't hate, which is
rare.
I don't think I've ever said that.
Yes, Mike. Absolutely. Taking 3 QBs early.
Yeah. Could you imagine like streaming one of those dudes? I mean, it must be,
I know. It's crazy.
I wouldn't touch Ramondre with a 10-foot pole. 5 minutes later, I'll take him out. Yeah. Yeah, that's just the life. You know, it just goes along. Man, I don't know. I don't hate him. Don't love him. He's just fine pick, I guess. A 4 QB build. Hopefully it was like 1 early, 3 late if you're doing 4 QB. And hopefully it was on DraftKings and not on Underdog. Yeah, I think so too, Grant. I think 2 more wide receivers at 60 and 61, depending on what the QB situation starts to look like. I think this is definitely my favorite build from the 12. A mid QB4 scores more than a late round wide receiver ever. Depends on the QB and the wide receiver. A couple of years ago, that wide receiver was a guy named Puka Nacua. Would have been difficult to. I don't think we have a Puka this year. I don't know that we'll have another Puka ever. But just, you know, there are instances where that is the case. But typically, I don't know that I agree with the QB4 this year, just because I don't think the QB pool is that deep. But I get where you're coming from.
I got Montgomery at 54 over here.
Yeah, about that whole 2 wide receiver thing is starting to bleed red. I think we're going to have to get in front of the Avalanche at least to some point. So I'm hoping it's Herbert falls to me at 85, and then we'll kind of look at the board here in a second and make our other determination. Should be able to get past this guy. I don't really see any reason for anybody to take Herbert now that it's past the Hampton drafter. But we do have Dak going unstacked. There's just so much craziness going on DraftKings in these drafts. So we're going to flip back over to the player page. Let me take a look around. I do like this draft quite a bit. Ramondre is going to fall, force me to look like a damn idiot. I'm probably going to skip over him on this draft, honestly, given that we already have Trevion. Would love if this guy goes Ramondre. So he takes Jordan Addison above ADP. So it looks like we're going to flip Godwin and Herbert here. Given that we have Bucky, I kind of like the idea of setting up a back stack versus going with the week 17 stuff. Although I do have a week 15 and week 17. there. So we're gonna go Godwin and Herbert. Man, I really love this start out of the 12 through 8. CeeDee Lamb, Ashton Genty, Zay Flowers, Lad McConkey, Trevion, Bucky, Chris Godwin, and Justin Herbert. Dare I say it? I know it's early. This could be another A+ on stream. I know we haven't had but like one or two of those.
In the 12 is crazy.
Most of the time I'm 2 QBs. Yeah, I'm with you there. Most of the time I'm 2 QBs on Underdog and 3 on DraftKings. Do you mind me asking who the 4 QBs were, just for my own understanding? Because I got about 50 left in the 25. I might have gotten 4 QBs once. I was just curious who you took.
Okay.
I do crazy drafts. Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
If your 4th QB was a guy like Tua, I don't hate it. Yeah, I love this draft. Like, if I could enter 10 more rooms with these guys, I'd get in there right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was like 60 something. I think. Hang on a second, I'll look. 61.
Okay.
Which another guy that like I think we just overreacted on Bucky. I don't think he's going to be any kind of like workhorse, but I don't need him to be workhorse.
Yeah,
I think he's perfectly fine. Like I mean, let me look and see where I have Bucky ranked, but it's definitely not 61. Need my phone to load up here, but I think I have him in the early 50s. But yeah, this is a best ball week over on DraftKings, so I think it's best ball week 2 for the year. But if you really want to get some good ADP right now, is a good place to get started. And we're going to be doing some more live streams tomorrow as well. Probably stream most of the days this week, given how it is best ball week, and you typically get a lot of players that either are just now getting into the landscape. I have them at 51, just now getting into the landscape, and don't really have a good idea of what the vibes in the rooms are. So yeah, kind of like the guy that's coming up next here for Run the Sims, or at least repping the Run the Sims logo. I imagine he goes QB here. But if he doesn't get ahead of this QB avalanche, it can be tough on DK. There goes the pairing with Sutton. That's late for Sutton at 92.
Yeah. I wound up getting my first share of Tucker Craft.
Where'd you get him at? 85?
No, I got him at. Did I get him at 85? Probably so.
I'm going to take some more QB value if it falls here.
No, I got him at 78.
And one more pick. My guy, DC Dan. Who's he pulling up this round? Oh, because Jonathan Brooks. I really don't want any Jonathan Brooks. I'd like to be able to go Downs and Dart here. That's where I'd like to be. Wan'Dale Robinson. I love this guy, man. Dan's such a good dude. I legitimately hope he wins. I hope I win first and he wins second. Man, I love this draft so far. You ever just draft one and you just kind of like admiring it, knowing that it's not getting to round 2, but you're just like, damn, it looked good.
Sit there, be great.
It did look good. So I didn't end up getting Dak, but now I have the Giants backstack for week 17 there with being able to get Dart. Lamb, Genty, Flowers, McConkey, Trevion, Bucky, Godwin, Herbert, Downs, Dart. Let's go.
Great on paper, and then finish 400 behind second place.
I can't wait till he gets smoked. Hurts, Herbert, and Goff, Mendoza. I
don't hate if it's stacked right, but
I hope you caught a little bit of falling value, because I think you probably were outside of the allocation bucket when you added Mendoza. So if you got Hurts, let's say you got Hurts at 72, Herbert at, whatever, 87, 88, whatever, and Goff at around 103. If you added Mendoza and he wasn't a falling value, like if you added him in the 150s, yeah, that was my fear, is that it's just, I understand where your mind is at, where you're like, I had one the other day or maybe yesterday, that we drafted on stream where wide receiver just kept falling to me. And my wide receiver room was like top notch. But I had Josh Jacobs and my running back 2 was Keaton Mitchell. And it was just, no matter how much I wanted to be able to recover and save the rest of the team, I just couldn't. So I get where your mind is going, that you're making the intelligent selection. But at the same time, that's why I like using the solver tools that help it. It makes me realize where a otherwise intelligent decision can become negative EV when I start drafting outside of those allocation buckets. So I would highly recommend the tool, even if, they weren't sponsoring the show and stuff like that. Like, I drafted with their tool for years before I started doing these streams. And I mean, you were here sweating that week 17 final with me a couple of years ago. I mean, you've seen it in action.
Was, yes, in the flesh. So
I would have loved to have gotten Concepcion on there. Let's see what we got going on here. I really don't want to, like, if I can get Baker here. He goes. I think Goddard is a player that you're going to want this year. I really think he is a league winner type of play. Honestly, given his matchups, I'm a little torn with who to go with second here. I do like Mason is fine. Ferguson is fine. Is that our first tight end? So that is our first tight end. A different bye week here for Ferguson. Likely's already gone, so it could be getting difficult to pair somebody alongside. I like later tight end more than I like late running back. So we're going to take Tyrone Tracy there. Hopefully that doesn't screw up landing the plane. So through 12, CD, Genty, Flowers, McConkey, Trevion, Bucky, Chris Godwin, Herbert, Josh Downs, Dart, Goddard, and Tyrone Tracy. Who you got on your side?
Let me make this pick real quick, and I'll let you know.
I'm with you too, Spears, 100% of the time. Actually, I lied to you 99% of the time because another one of our streamers, Michael, asked me to get into a draft on stream. I joined him and did not get into the same draft as him, and I ended up, I think it was a $3 though. I ended up in a secondary draft. So when we were live on stream, I essentially just let that one draft itself. So I do have one team out of, I don't know, a couple of hundred at this point altogether.
Through round 10 for me, I have JSN, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Zay Flowers, DK Metcalf, Tucker Kraft, David Montgomery, Jordan Addison, Jalen Reed, and Khalil Shakir.
Jalen Reed or Jaden Reed?
Jaden Reed. Jaden. Final answer.
Are you drafting a lot of Khalil Shakir?
No.
Is that your first?
It's like maybe my second or third. Probably my third. Maybe
that's a player I'm uncertain on. I have him lower in my ranks just because I don't really see an upside with Shakir. And then I think if I were drafting Bills guys, I either want Cook, Allen if I can get him falling. Kincaid is a guy I like a lot. My most owned Bills guy, and one of our guys that usually tunes in, Rich, and I were talking about it in yesterday's stream. I have quite a bit of Ray Davis. Good team if the old guys stay healthy. Yeah, I need somebody like Chris Godwin to stay healthy, that's for sure. I went Godwin hoping that Baker was going to fall back to 132 also. I like if I'd had Baker as QB3, I'd have felt really good about this team. There's some guys late that I don't hate. Maybe even your guy Mendoza, if he could fall to 156, might be in play here with one of his receivers, a guy like Trey Tucker or Jalen Naylor, who are both still on the board currently. We'll flip over to the board after this guy makes his pick and kind of see what we have available. I want to land the plane on this one, so I'm going to flip over a little bit earlier than normal just because I have no clue what's on the board currently and I haven't seen it in so long. It doesn't look like anybody that I'm like dying to have has gone off the board since my last pick. So we'll flip back over here. Hunter Henry is up there. Jalen Naylor is still there. We'd love to get Naylor. Is Mendoza down the board now? Oh, he's at 170. What is our next pick? It's going to be like 171. 180? I don't. Where's the Bowers guy at? Oh, he's only at 1 QB, so we're not going to be able to flip Mendoza back to us. I don't know if I can pull him up this early, though. I mean, what is that, like 14 picks? I just ran our Sims today for this exact scenario where I think I'm going to chance it, and hopefully the guy just, well, now it's flipping him to the top of everything. My mind is telling me no. But my body. Come on up, Mendoza. Screw it. I really wanted to go Hunter Henry there, but I do like some late tight ends. So I'm not sweating it. I don't think we can get past the Bowers guy twice. I don't love what I just did, but I still think it's fine for this team.
Yeah, it'll do.
If I were behind at running back or wide receiver, I would not have done it, but I do like late tight ends, like guys like Otten, Barner, Helm, Freiermuth, Washington, Mayer, Commit. Like, there's a lot of options down there that I think. And I think I just bought myself a guaranteed Mayer. So I don't hate it. Yeah, I think I'm fine with it. So I did run our Sims today, or my Sims today, and ran about 1.4 million Sims just to see how things shook out as far as the QB avalanche, and not to give away too much here because we are going to be doing a show on it pretty soon. But typically what our model showed is if you're reaching 5 to 8 picks to grab a QB that is stacked, it is worth more than, especially when you're on the ends, it's worth more than getting a wide receiver or running back and letting it fall back around to you at the turn. So I think my sim would overrule the solver in this particular. Hopefully you hit it twice or 3 times, I guess. Yeah, I think I had to right there. Man, me and Spears we're thinking a lot alike here. I just saw his comment. Yep, Mayer late. I've been on that train for a minute. When I first brought it up this offseason, I was getting so much hate on it that I was high on guys like Komet and Mayer. But I think the contingent value when you have a guy like, if Bowers goes down, like what round are you taking Michael Mayer if Bowers goes down? I think you're taking Mayer like round 12, 13 maybe. And then if Loveland goes down, like Komet's going to be around that same area. So not only do these guys have their standalone value, that they're honestly decent enough players on their own that they should be getting drafted, you also have the contingent value of if then scenarios. If they go down, you really got something cooking there. Not a player I get a lot of here in Trey Harris. We have made a bet on, but I do think, if I'm right here, I don't love Dulcich, but if I'm right, Goddard had week 10. He does. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to go Otten. If we were picking 1v1, I would take Otten over these guys. What pick are we at? 180. Oh man, I don't. We have week 15 with Varner. We have week 16 with Dulcich. If memory serves me correctly, the pool that you're playing against, actually, it's saying Judy here.
Ew.
Oh, the triple bring back, 15, 16,
Oh.
and 7. Yeah, we're gonna go Judy.
Huh.
And like I said, I still got a number of tight ends that we can get later that I actually don't hate. So that triple bring back was quite valuable there. We're done at wide receiver. We'll probably do a 3-6-8-3 build. So 2 more running backs, 2 more tight ends on my side. Adam, what are you looking like on your side?
Right now, I'm looking at. I have a 1-3-7-2 right now. Just did round 13. So oppo of what I did last time, where I got my value at wide receiver, and I'm probably just going to run a 2 quarterback build on this one for sure.
Probably the last one for tonight. We are going to do. Are you going to be able to draft with me tomorrow? Or you guys are
No,
hitting that
tomorrow's the full day of practice and stuff. So
gotcha. So Adam won't be here tomorrow. Might be joined by one other streamer on our channel, but I'll be here tomorrow. I'll probably do 2 tomorrow around 4 or 5 Eastern time. Hop on and do a couple more, but this will be the last one for today. I just got out of work and haven't had breakfast yet. So yeah, I mean, if you want to join us tomorrow or join me tomorrow, you guys are always welcome to hop on for sure. Breakfast is 100% legitimately the meal I'll be eating after I get out of here.
that's crazy.
I
mean, it's not even going to be breakfast food, is it? It's just going to be your first meal today.
I'm a weird eater, which I mean, I know you're already aware of, but so I've had nothing essentially all day long. Like did a workout. Probably eat a salad, as timid as that sounds. But I will say that I ate like a full Thanksgiving dinner last night. The wife cooked a turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, like all this stuff homemade. So we ate. I mean, I ate like a king last night. So
just a random day in July.
Yeah. Well, we had this idea that like everybody is Christmas in July. Come check out the Christmas in July sale. And we're like, what about Thanksgiving in July? Nobody's doing that. So we made it happen.
But there's no football on.
Yeah, that was the only downside. But
yeah,
I mean, otherwise it was legit. That's what I'm talking about. Though. Like, look at all these receivers that are just floating to the top.
You talked about your draft taking forever. They are really eating up the clock over here on this one.
It's been like semi-slow. It's starting to pick up a little bit. I've been talking up Tua quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, and I've noticed that I may have talked him up too much.
Yep.
4 tight ends in a row here. Hunter Henry, Gunnar Helm, Greg Dulcich, Pat Freiermuth.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think if you're going to do 4 tight ends late, you need to, like the Helm Henry was probably fine, but I mean, he did catch a lot of value on Dulcich, so maybe that one was fine. I probably would not have taken Freiermuth. I'm assuming he's short at receiver. 3-4-6-4 is what he's got going. Flipping back over here to our page. I could go Njoku. I don't love it, but I do have Herbert, so it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Would like to get Washington and Hill here, which I think makes more sense to me, even though the solver thinks that I don't have any tight ends in my back pocket. And it is kind of running thinnish on tight ends, but we have one that we hope is a guarantee. Tricky. We're going to go with our guy that we always want. Could go Vidal. We're going to go Njoku and hope that either Vidal or Washington fall back. And then we already know who the round 20 pick is. So that might be my first Njoku. But I do think they'll mix him in. Like, I don't think he's going to be a 0 or anything of that nature. I think he'll get on the field some. I just don't know how much.
I want to have bye week 11 problems, I believe, in this draft.
That's another player. Like, I agree with you there, Spears. 0. I want 0. You could add him as a 21st player to my squads, and I would just be like, I'm good.
I didn't.
I probably should have gone Washington. Like, I wanted to go Washington there, but the tight ends that I thought I could get late have really started to go off the board.
Well, again, when one guy gets 4 of them in a row, I mean, kind of.
And I mean, like, Evan Ingram just went. Yeah, I mean, like, we're getting to that part of the draft where it's getting a lot more thin than what it was. Like, when I took Judy, I still had Dulcich, Otten, Barner, Ferguson, Fryermuth, Gesicki, and Parkinson that I would have been 100% cool with. But they all went prior to the next turn. And there goes Vidal and Washington, so we're a little bit handcuffed there now.
And aren't we like a round early on that? Or 2?
No, those guys are about right. I just I thought maybe I would get lucky and get one back. Another thing that played into me taking Njoku over Washington, my God, Mayer went.
That's wild.
It's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I went Njoku now, even though I wanted to go running back. One reason I wanted to do that is that Komet also had a bye week the same week as Goddard. Had I gone with Ferguson over Goddard earlier, then I could have gone Ferguson, Mayer, Komet, and then I would have gone Washington over Njoku, if that makes sense. The things we don't know at the end of the draft at the beginning, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I know people are talking up Kolar, and I know he got paid a ton. I just think that, as awkward as it sounds, it's probably a lot of TEBC, tight ends by committee, like we saw with LA last year, where they just have a bunch of dudes and they're going to mix them in type scenario. Eli Stowers is still here, but another bye week 10 guy, which means I would need to count on Njoku to be viable for a week, which is tough. So probably, I mean, Komet's in the same boat, though. Do we have anything with Darnell Washington's week 15 bring back scenarios? Stowers could be interesting because if he can play above those receiver, I think he's more of a receiver than he is an actual blocking tight end. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take Kalen Black because we are way under on CMC. Stower, I don't know if I can go Stowers and Godwin on the same roster, or Goddard on the same roster.
No.
So I think I'm going to go with Darnell Washington just for the sake of having 3 different buys. So if tight end can hold up, if Dallas Goedert is good this year, this team should be fine. CeeDee Lamb, Ashton Genty, Zay Flowers, Lad McConkey, Travion, Bucky Irving, Chris Godwin, Justin Herbert, Josh Downs, Jackson Dart, Dallas Goddard, Tyrone Tracy, Jalen Naylor, Fernando Mendoza, Trey Harris, Jerry Judy, Justice Hill, David Njoku, Kalen Black, and Darnell Washington is my final. I would say, I think that's an A minus. I think I could have had an A plus team had I managed it a little bit better. Looking back, I probably would have gone Ferguson over Goddard, which would have given me a little bit more flexibility on what to do later in the draft. I don't regret the Mendoza pick because I don't really love anything behind him. Trey Harris was simply just I have Herbert pick. Jerry Judy was I have week 15, 16, and 17 bringbacks with Herbert. Justice Hill, you already know what it is. I'm drafting way too much of him. Njoku was my hand was forced type pick, but had I gone Ferguson early, my hand would not have been forced. Just due to the bye week scenario. Kalen Black, I like getting him there. And then Darnell Washington was a recovery pick. But if you look at round 20, who are you scared of outscoring Washington? Bateman, Jordan James, if he gets the job. Pat Bryant, I think, is a decent pick down there. But you have a lot of guys that might not see the field. I mean, you have Emmanuel Wilson. How many running backs does Seattle have? 507. Chris Bell, we don't know. JJ McCarthy, you would hope as a Vikings fan that he doesn't see the field. Douglas in Miami, maybe Ollie Gordon. I mean, they got 3 guys that are decent. Torrey Horton's another pick that I was talking about yesterday that he needs 2 or 3 things to break his way before he gets on the field substantially. And then Kyle Williams, kind of the same thing. I mean, New England has a much better receiver in Booty that might not play a lot just given their depth at wide receiver. So I think Kyle Williams may just be present but not on the field. You have 0 of is that Kolar or is that Kalen? I assume that's Kolar for Los Angeles. Yeah, I know people are talking him up, but I just think it's one of those things where they're getting it wrong. They're getting a little too excited because we haven't had any news in a while. Tight end over Downs. Where did we take Downs? Are you thinking Kelsey over Downs there? I think I've heard this a couple of times today. People talking down on Josh Downs. I think I'm higher than the field on Downs. I do like him a little bit this year. Watch Adam Randall be the backup in Baltimore. I mean, just the sheer disrespect, Grant. I mean, if you knew,
baby,
if you could see how much Justice Hill I have, honestly, though, I really don't think it makes a difference. I think if Henry goes down, there's no scenario where I'm drafting Justice Hill to be the bell cow. So if Henry goes down, I expect it to be Randall or Rasheen Ali, who is mixing in with Justice Hill. But I expect Justice Hill to keep the third down work and the passing down work and the 2-minute and 4-minute drill, kind of regardless of what happens, unless Hill goes down, at which case then things get a little bit sticky. Adam, you're being asked for a recap.
We're still working on this team. We got 2 rounds left, but we kind of know where we're going. So I got Sam Darnold, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, JSN, Zay Flowers, DK Metcalf, Tucker Kraft, David Montgomery, Jordan Addison, Jaden Reed, Khalil Shakir, Brenton Strange, Jawan Jennings, Aaron Rodgers, Brian Robinson Jr., Jeremy Bernard, Pat Frymuth, Keami Vidal, Malachi Fields, and then I'm going to find a running back to end, and it'll be a 2-6-9-3 build.
I'd say it's like a B. I don't hate it. Chiga Kongwu, league winner. How much Chig do I have?
I don't know. Honestly, Brenton Strange might be a league winner.
Yeah, I might disagree with you on that one.
He's going to have a lot of touches inside the red zone this year for
we need to do an Our Guys video.
Yes, we do.
Maybe we just skip Man vs. Sims or What If next week, and we just replace it with one of those. I think, given the current landscape, looking at my exposure, taking everything into consideration, obviously I haven't put any thought into this, so this is something that I wouldn't finalize until next week. But if we were picking our guys, Dallas Goedert would be my tight end. There's a bunch of guys at wide receiver I like. Per my ownership, my guy would be Rashee Rice. I'll just give you guys my top 5 at each position if you want. Per ownership, I have Otten, Likely, Helm, Andrews, and Goddard. Wide receiver, I have Rashee Rice, Tyson, London, Jefferson, and Addison. And then next up, there's Luther Burden and Amon-Ra tied. Running back looks a little sticky for me. I have Justice Hill, Brian Robinson Jr., Josh Jacobs, Keaton Mitchell, and Derrick Henry. So I am high on Baltimore's rushing attack. QB, Kyler, Patrick Mahomes, Tyler Shuck, Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart. I talked about this yesterday. My next 50 drafts in this $25 will be building on getting more running back early, starting to pack those bags.
I did lie. My last pick, Torrey Horton. I had a Seattle stack, so I went ahead and just added onto it.
Well, here's the thing. Spears was giving you some love. He might not give you love now that you took Torrey Horton at the last pick.
As my last pick?
That was prior.
It did give me 10
ADP risers once camp start. Yeah. Yeah, we can do. That's a hell of an idea for a show.
Yeah, that is. It is. We can do that live too.
Move up the board. Yeah.
We can do that live and let people join in with their comments as well.
All right, we done for the day?
I think we are. Do you want me to go over my exposures real quick with them?
Yeah, if you want to. I gave my top 5 at each position.
Yeah, let me go. Let me give y'all my top 5 real quick at each position. Quarterback, we got Jalen Hurts, Tyler Shuck, Baker Mayfield, Caleb Williams, and Dak Prescott. At running back, we have Keon Black, Brian Robinson Jr., Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, Kenneth Gainwell. At running back or wide receiver, we have Jacoby Myers, Jeremy Bernard, Ted Hurst, Jordan Tyson, and Ladd McConkey. And at tight end, we have Oronde Gadsden, AJ Barner, Colston Loveland, Jake Ferguson, and Brock Bowers.
Speaking of Bowers, Spears is ahead of you. See, the thing about Bowers is that I packed all of my Bowers bags. I have 17% Bowers. I packed all my Bowers bags super early when people were still taking McBride ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been Bowers all off season, so I'm not taking any Bowers now unless he falls, just because I have so much round 3 Bowers, and now it's impossible to get back. Kind of like to Grant's point, our guys who we think are going to be the biggest movers once camp preseason get here.
Yeah,
like I was already seeing ahead on Gibbs over Bijan, on Bowers over McBride. There's a lot of guys that I got early that I could kind of see from a landscape standpoint that I thought the field was wrong on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Round 3 Bowers was the cheat code. That was back like late May, early June. And then about mid-June, Bowers flipped McBride. I actually had McBride. McBride is the player that I'm really low on from an ownership standpoint. Now that he's starting to fall a little bit, it might be getting to the point where I'm going to start packing a couple of McBride bags, given that he's going toward like the middle of round 3. Have too many Puka teams. I think Puka might be one of the players that I'm under on, just because I never get the 4 pick.
Yeah, I'm under on Puka as well.
I never get pick 4. Like I'm assuming I get a ton of it coming up, so I'm assuming Puka will be a player that I'm going to be packing my bags on as well. But yeah, we can talk about maybe switching out a What If show and Man versus Him next week, and doing like our guys video, and then a top 10 movers that we think either are going to move up the board or down the board as we get closer to camp.
Yeah.
But appreciate you guys joining us for the video. Again, I will be going live tomorrow night as well. Not sure if anybody's going to be able to join me for that one, but if not, we'll do a solo stream and knock out another couple of drafts. Go check out the Solver tool over on the Solver. BB26 gets you 20% off the first month if you are a first-time subscriber. Go check out our tools over at breakingboardsdfs.com. Hopefully the shop will be back up this week and you guys will be able to purchase the ranks. I have also talked with the guys about maybe giving the ranks away. So maybe we'll give you guys a free look at what we got going on. Might just give you guys the sim product and let you guys get a free look at the sim product before we go live with selling everything. But appreciate you all being here. Much love to everybody. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you guys in the next live stream.
We'll see y'all later.